안녕하십니까. 2026년 4월 30일 목요일 오전 4시 27분입니다. 강연 TV를 시작하겠습니다. 이번 시간은 구약 성경 이사야 24장 1절부터 영어 성경으로 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. Behold, the Lord makes the earth empty, and makes it waste, and turns it upside down, and scatters abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. The earth mourns and fades away. The world languishes and languishes and fades away. The haughty people of the earth to languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore has the curse devoiled the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and a few men left. The new wine mourns, the vine languishes, all the merry-hearted to sigh. The mirth of the brutes ceases, the noise of them that rejoice, and thus the joy of the harp ceases. They shall not drink wine with song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an alive tree, and as the greening grapes when the teeth is done. They shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of the Lord, they shall cry around from the sea. Wherefore glorify the Lord in the fires, even the name of the Lord God of Israel in the isles of the sea. From the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous. But I said, my Nisa, woe unto me, the treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. The treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously. Fear and the feet and the snare are upon the inhabitant of the earth, and it shall come to pass that he who flees from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that comes up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare, for the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth shaker. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean. The soul body. The earth is moved exceedingly. Those shall lead to end like drawn cord, and shall be removed like a cortege, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as the prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Shion, and in Jerusalem, and before his ancient gloriously. O Lord, thou art my God, I will exalt thee, I will praise thy name, for thou hast done wonderful things. Thy counsels of old are faithfulness and truth. For thou hast made of a city on a heap of a defense, the city ruin, a place of strangers to be no city. It shall never be built. Therefore shall the strong people glorify the city of the terrible nations shall fear thee. For thou hast been a strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat, when the breast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the world. Thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a crowd. The branching of the terrible ones shall be brought low. And in this mountain shall the Lord of hosts make unto all people a feast of fat things, a feast of wines on the wreaths, of fat things full of marrow, of wines on the wreaths, well refined. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the Baal that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord God will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all tears, for the Lord has spoken it. And it shall be said in that day, Lord, this is our God. We have waited for him, and he will save us. This is the Lord. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation. For in this mountain shall the hand of the Lord rest, and Moab shall be trodden down under him, even as straw is trodden down for the dunghill. And he shall spread forth his hands in the midst of them, as he that swims spread a song force his hands to swim, and he shall bring down their pride together with the spoils of their hands, and the fortress of the high port of thy walls shall he bring down, lay low, and bring to the ground, even to the dust. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will God appoint for wealth and bulwarks. Open ye the gates that the righteous nation which keeps the truth may enter in. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusts in thee. Trust in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Yehovah is everlasting strength. For he brings down them that dwell on high, the lofty city. He lays it low. He lays it low, even to the ground. He brings it even to the dust. The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor, and the steps of the needy. The way of the just is uprightness, the most upright, the way, the face of the just. Yea, in the way of thy judgments, O Lord, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Let a favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness in the land of righteousness. Will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. When thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yet the fire of thine enemies shall devour them. Lord, thou wilt ordain peace for us, for thou also hast wrought all our works in us. All our God, other lords beside thee have had dominion over us, but by thee only will we make mention of thy name. They are dead. They shall not live. They are deceased. They shall not rise. Therefore hast thou visited and destroyed them, and made all their memory to perish. Thou hast increased the nation, O Lord, thou hast increased the nation, thou art glorified, thou hadst removed it far unto all the ends of the earth. Lord, in trouble have they visited thee, they poured out prayer when thy chastening was upon them. Like as a woman with a child that rose near the time of her delivery is in pain and cries out in in her pangs. So have we been in thy sight, O Lord? We have been with child, we have been in pain, we have as we are brought forth a window. We have not wrought any deliverance in the earth, neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Thy dead man shall live together with my dead body, shall they arise, awake, and sing. Ye that dwell in dust, for thy dew is as the dew of heavens, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, and hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. For behold, the Lord comes out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her burden, and shall no more cover her slain. In that day the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan that could look at the serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. And they sing unto her a vineyard of red wine. I the Lord to keep it. I will water it every moment or rest. Any hurt it, I will keep it night and day. Puri is not in me, who would set the prayers and tones against me in battle. I would go through them, I would burn them together, or let him take a hold of my strength, that he may make a peace with me, and he shall make a peace with me. He shall cause them that come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom and bud, and fill the face of the world with fruit. As he smitten him, as he smote those that smote him, or is he slain according to the slaughter of them that are slain by him. In misery, when it shoots forth, thou wilt debate with it. He stays his low wind in the day of the east window. By this the earth shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged, and this is all the fruit to take away his sin, when he makes all the stones of the altar as chalk stones. that are beaten in sunder. The groves and the images shall not stand up. Yet to defense the city shall be desolated, and the habitation forsaken, and left like wilderness. There shall the kelp feed, and there shall he lie down and consume the branches thereof. When the bows thereof are withered, they shall be broken off. The woman come and set them on fire, for it is a paper of no understanding. Therefore he that made them will not have mercy on them, and he that formed them will shew them no favor. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall be to offer from the channel of the river unto the stream of Egypt, and ye shall be gathered one by one, O ye children of Israel. And it shall come to pass in that day that the great trumpet shall be blown, and the shall come which we are ready to perish in the land of Syria, and the outcast in the land of Egypt, and shall worship the Lord in the holy mount at Jerusalem. Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkenness of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is fading flower. You see, on the head of the pet bellies of them that are overcome with wine. Behold, the Lord is mighty and strong one, which is a tempest of hail and destroying storm, as flood of mighty waters, overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the handle. The crown of pride, the drunkenness of Ephraim shall be trodden under feet, and the glorious beauty which is on the head of the fat belly shall be fading flower, and as the hasty fruit polluted before the summer, which when he did looks upon it sheason, while it is yet in his hand, he saw it up. In the day shall the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people, and for a spirit of judgment to him that shit saw in judgment, and for strength to them that turn the battle to the gate. But they also have slow wine, and slow strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet, they have the of wine. They are out of the way is a raw or strong drinker. They are in prison. They stumble in judgment. 4 tables are full of vomit and filthy in his so that there is no place clean. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are wind from the milk and the run from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here are little, and there are little. For with stammering lips, and another tongue will he speak to these people. To whom he said, "This is the rest where with ye make ye cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing. Yet they would not hear, but the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here little, and there are little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken. Wherefore here the word of the Lord is fulfillment that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because he have said, we have made a covenant with this and with hell, we had agreement when the overflowing scourge shall pass through. It shall not come unto us, for we have made rise our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid our shelves. Therefore says the Lord God, behold, I lay in Shion for a foundation or stone, or tried stone, or precious cornerstone, or sure foundation. He that believeth so shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the pyramid, and the hail shall sweep away the refuse of lies, and the weathers shall overflow the hiding place, and your covenant with this shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. From the time that it goes forth, it shall take you for morning. By morning shall it pass over, by day and by night, and it shall be vexation only to understand the report. For the bed is shorter than that one man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrower than that he can wrap himself in it. For the road shall rise up as in Mount Perazim, he shall be rose as in the belly of a gibbon, that he may eat his worker, his strange worker, and bring to pass his actor, his strange actor. Now therefore be ye not mocker, lest your benders be made strong. For I have heard from the Lord God of course, consumption, even determined upon the whole song. Give ear and hear my voice, hearken and hear my speech. And also the pro man, pro or they to so those he open and break the clothes of his ground. When he has made plain the face thereof, thus he not cast upload the pitches and so catch the coming and the cast in the principal which and the appointed barley and lie in their place. For he is gathered us insert him to this correction and also teach him. For the pitches are not thrashed with thrashing instrument, neither is a cart wheel turned about upon the common. But the pitches are beaten out with a staff and the common with a rod. Predacon is bruised because he will not ever be thrashing it, nor break it with the heel of his cart, nor bruise it with his horsemen. This also comes forth from the Lord of hosts, which is wonderful in counsel and excellent in working. Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt at year to year. Let them kill sacrifices. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there shall be happiness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel. And I will camp against the round about, and will lay siege against thee with a mountain, and I will raise a force against thee. And thou shalt be brought down, and shalt speak out of the ground, and thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and thy voice shall be as of one that has a familiar spirit out of the ground, and thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like shall be like a small dust and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as a chip that passes away. Yea, it shall be yet an instant suddenly thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise with storm and tempest and the flame about the boiling fire. And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her nation, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. He shall even be as when an hungry man dreams, and behold, he eats, but he awakes, and his soul is empty, or as when a thirsty man dreams, and behold, he drinks, but he awakes, and behold, he is faint, and his soul has appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Shion. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with a strong drink. For the Lord has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes for picture, and your rulers the seers has he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I freely. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he says, I am not learned. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as these people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips to honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is total by its precept of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do marvelous work among these people, even marvelous work and the wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hidden. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their workers are in the dark, and they saying, who sees us, and who knows us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the worker say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the same frame it say of him that framed it, he had no understanding. Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest, and in the day shall the deep hear the waters of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of security of security and out of darkness. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for inequality could offer. They make a man an offender forward, and lay a snare for him that reproves in the gate, and turn aside the just for a sting of not. Therefore, says the Lord, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. But when he sees his children, the work of mine hands in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name, and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the God of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. While to the rebellious children, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That work to go down into Egypt, and have not asked it my mouth to strengthen them shall was in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For his princes we are and so on, and his ambassadors came to harness. They we are all ashamed of people that could not profit them, nor be on help nor profit, but shame and also reproach. The burden of the beast of the south in the land of trouble and engaging, from whence come the young and the old lion, the viper and the only flying serpent. They will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of carmels to people. They shall not profit them. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. And I will write it before them in a table and note it in a book. Then it may be for the time to come forever and ever. This is rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us so most things prophecy the future. Can you out of the way turn aside out of the person, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us? Wherefore just say to the Holy One of Israel, because he despises this word and trust in operation and perverseness and stay on. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as breathing already to for swelling out in a high world, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it, or should to take fire from the hearers, or to take water with out of the pit. For those says the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and the rest shall he be saved in quietness and in confidence, shall be your strength, and ye would not. But he said, no, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee, and we will light upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. 1,000 shall flee at Rebekah of 1, at Rebekah of 5 shall ye flee, till ye be left as beacon upon the top of a mountain, and as on sign on hill. And therefore will Jerusalem wait that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord is God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. For the people shall dwell in Shion, at Jerusalem, thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer thee. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way work in it when he turn to the right hand and when he turn to the left. He should define also the covering over the graven images of silver and the ornament of the molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a man has to us cross. Thou shalt say unto it, get the hands. Then sure he gave the rain of thy seed that thou shalt sow the ground wither and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fed and plenteous in the day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. Dogs likewise, and the young says that year the ground shall eat clean provender which has been winnowed with the shovel and with the fan, and there shall be upon every high mountain and upon every high hill rivers and streams of waters in the day of the great slaughter when the towers fall. Moreover, the right of the moon shall be as the right of the sun, and the right of the sun shall be sevenfold as the right of 7 days. In the day that the Lord by in the song of the mercy of his people, and he saw the stroke of the around. Behold, the name of the Lord comes from far, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue is devouring fire. And his wrestle as an overflowing stream, he shall reach to the midst of the neck to sip donations with the sieve of vanity, and there shall be brighter in the zeals of the people, causing them to err. He shall have a song as in the night when holy solemnity is kept, and greatness of our heart, as when one goes with a pipe to come into the mountain of the Lord, to the mighty one of Israel. And the Lord shall cause his glorious voice to be heard, and shall shew the writing down of his arm with the indignation of his anger, and with the flame of devouring fire, with scattering and tempest and hailstones. For through the voice of the Lord shall the Syrian be beaten down, which is smote with a rod. And in every place where the grounded step shall face on, which the road shall lay upon him, it shall be with the song and harp song, and in battles of shaking will he fight with it. For to bed is ordained of old. Yeah, for the king it is prepared. He has made it deep and rising. The pile the all over is fire and much wood. The police of the road like a stream of limestone. Those kindle it. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel. Little seek the Lord. Yet he also is wise and will bring a beer and will not call back his orders, but will arise against the house of the evil doors and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians men and not God, and their horses perishing, and not separate when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he did help us shall fall, and he did his whole pen shall fall down, and they shall fail together. Father has the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion rolling on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor obey Esau himself, for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts come down to fight for Mount Shion and for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. Then unto him from whom the children of Israel have deeply molted. For in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which your own hands have made unto you for a sin. Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword, not of mighty men, and the sword not of men shall devour him, but he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomfited, and he shall pass over to his strong hold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the says the Lord, whose fire is in Shion, and his furnace in Jerusalem. Behold, the king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the window, and covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock. dock in Violi Land, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. The heart also of the rich shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the timorous shall be ready to speak plainly. The Bail person should be normal, called liberal, no, the call Chol said to be bountiful. For the Bail person will speak Bailani. And his heart will work inequality to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instruments also of the church are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the foolish lying words, even when the needy speaks right. But 라이브를 디바이스서 라이브를 띵서 and by 라이브를 띵스실 he stand rise up woman that are at ease hear my voice careless daughters give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye woman that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, sleep you and make you bear, and gird shake close upon your loins. They shall lament for the tears, for the present fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come upon tongues, and body also, yea, upon all the houses of joy in and joyous sitting, because the places shall be shaken, the multitude of the city shall be left down, the ports and the towers shall be put in forever. Joy wild as a pasture of flocks, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness and be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest. Then the simple shall dwell in the wilderness, and the righteousness remain in the fruitful field, and the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness quietness and assurance forever. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, and in sure dwellings and in quiet resting places. When it shall hail coming down on the priest, and the city shall be low in a low place. Priest ye that so beside or waters that send forth thither the feet of the ox and the ass. 이사야 32장 20절까지 읽어봤습니다. 다음 33장부터는 다음 시간에 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 안녕히 계십시오.